And hi everyone. And as you guys keep on joining, you can continue to attend, watch, write everything over chat, whatever you feel is your doubt in during the session. If I'm failing to cover uh, any of the doubts and all in the uh, presentation, you may immediately write it over and let me know that so I need solution for this or this is my doubt. But usually the whole presentation is made as per from the doubts that I have received. So there are a few assumptions over here. First of all, that number one, that you are either fresher or a repeater, or some in the repeater case, you have given prelims, mains, or maybe interview once or twice at least, something that you have an experience about. And then in other categories, they are like at after 20, they are 25, 26 years old, and they have now they're pursuing their with working experience, they're pursuing their UPSC dreams. So people of various background, maybe science, commerce, arts, and with other experiences also. Example, maybe somebody in software industry, maybe somebody already in state government, some services or bank jobs, or defense services, retired from short service commission, anything. All that, considering that, I consider that the target is, we have 2026, UPSC 2026 or 2027, or maybe 2028, 2029. The whole story is that you are appearing for this exam. 2028, 2029, see, I will tell you we can prepare, but we have to wait for also the notification and pattern and syllabus. The reforms are always on and anything can change anytime. The exam can convert into a digital paper rather than pen and paper based. Anything can. It has been the talk of the town. Exams like CAT are already in the web, in the computer, although SSC is being debated, but still it is a computer based exam. So there are certain ways, certain challenges that can happen. But as of now, for us, the clarity is 2026 and 2027, almost everything will remain same, and we go by that assumption. Okay. So this program today, the focus will be on, uh, while it is about the approach to UPSC Civil Service exam, but the topic of the day is, or the week is, decoding the UPSC syllabus paper by paper. And some or other way, we have to see how we can break down the syllabus and prepare our own study plan for the entire year. So this is the major challenge which all of us face, that when it comes to syllabus, everything under the sun is considered as UPSC syllabus. And I also would say that some or other way, this kind of misnomer scares everyone a lot. Everyone feels that, "Okay, my God, this unending syllabus. There is this, there is that, there's a challenge. I don't know how much to cover. I will not be able to cover." Before I jump into the UPSC syllabus part, I will just run through, some standard. For example, somebody who doesn't know about anything about UPSC, I don't want to jump exactly on the UPSC part. So UPSC has three stage of examination, and around the prelims is the MCQ or multiple choice question type paper, which is the first one everybody has to give. Then comes the mains examination, which is a descriptive examination like pen and paper examination. It's a 9 paper exam in 5 days, and the marks of these papers are considered in the ranking. And then comes the interview for people who have cleared the mains exam. They get to the interview. Interview is a board interview, where not like filmy interview that when you are in the center of the seat and reporters are asking, sir, 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 not like that. Instead, here you are surrounded by seven senior UPSC chairmen and other members of the board of UPSC, and they are going to have a one to many with you discussion with you, like that. Now today's session or today's weekly session is, uh, I'm going to talk about the core part is syllabus, because how do you start something, कहाँ से शुरुआत करें. If you have seen my any of the past sessions or any of the toppers talk, everybody says we have to start with NCRT book, NCRT book. Yeah, fine, fantastic, we start with NCRT book. But when we consider this as an exam, independent exam, exam does not recommend any book. It has certain topics given as a part of syllabus in prelims and also in mains. It is mentioned in the exam notification paper itself. Now, when it comes to prelims examination, they have mentioned in a very generic history of India, art and culture of India. They are not breaking it down to any other micro syllabus or topic. Economics of India, like that. When it comes to mains, they have at least taken an effort to break it down to at least one other level, like Indian national movement, like when it comes to history. Then they talk about, uh, you know, constitutionality, then federalism. Like that, they have broken the civics part or the constitution governance part in the mains. When right now, I think I've not projected it on the screen, but there is the when you see the notification, which I also will be sharing to you, you can see that this is how they have distributed. But going by preparation, we realize that we are studying the same topic for prelims also, prelims driven knowledge, also for mains. That is with writing expert. Same topics are coming from the same topic are coming. For example, there can be question in Indus Valley civilization, uh, MCQ type question, and there can be question like a subjective question like why did Indus Valley civilization decline? Write the reason. So you have to write the five, four reason, whatever is the reason you are aware about. But when we study about Indus Valley, we have to study what was Indus Valley civilization, where all was Indus Valley civilization, which city was known for what, why it was named like this, what was the major occupation of the people, why it is called urban in nature. Then all that kind of stories you have to understand, and that is why in that there will be certain pointers which becomes as a multiple choice question, like was Mohenjo-daro the first, or Kalibangan the first, or Lothal the dockyard. Like that kind of match, mix and match things keep on happening. Are the questions in prelims? Wherein in mains, the same thing will be like, as I mentioned, what was the reason of decline of Indus Valley civilization? Why it is called urban in nature, like that. So when we read everything. So that way we have to see that where we can selectively choose topics where in single effort we are able to cover both prelims and mains. UPSC does not plan and program it like that. It is only when we see the question paper, when we see the question papers, when we see the various previous year's questions, in questions options which have come in MCQ, we are able to create a similarity lines. Okay, इसके बारे में पूछा है. Let us see they are highlighting that. Okay, they have put it as an option, but it is wrong. So they are assuming that we are aware about it, like that. So one is obviously the syllabus we know from the notification, the official notification. Second is from the question foundation, whatever questions of prelims and examination that comes. And then there are certain questions which, not question, I would say, because of preparation, there is an instinct which happens that you feel, okay, this is like, for example, right now, India is celebrating 100 years of, 75 years of constitution. 75 years of constitution. Now, what can be the question? Will they ask you why India is celebrating 75 years of constitution? They might ask a question about Constituent Assembly. How many were there from Muslim League? How many of the Constituent Assembly were part of the India when it was adopted? How many of them went after partition? These kind of questions, these kind of areas they might ask. Why? Because we are observing 75 years of Constitution, the document, which was formed due to Constituent Assembly. What was Constituent Assembly? How was it elected? Was it elected or selected? Like that kind of question can come. And these are some favorite area. Like, because we are going to talk about democracy, public service of India or जो भी is civil service of India is based on preserving the democracy. And democracy is run by the book called Constitution of India. So that topic will always be a favorite one. Nobody is saying it, but we know that we are the constitution keepers. So that's the reason why that becomes one area of syllabus which is important both for prelims, mains, and maybe in interview also sometimes. Like in movies, they show na. Why did you say that this is so? According to Article 19, like that, when you give an answer, then okay, he is clear about the fundamental rights of the problem of the citizen, and he's quoting that. The basis of his answer is the fundamental right mentioned in the Constitution of India. So that gives an impression, okay, this person knows what is reading. My preparation level, how do you know that you have reached a preparation level? Many of you would have joined and you would have received immediately a test paper, full test paper. So I received a lot of chat saying that, sir, we don't know anything. I don't nothing, zero. How did you give this test paper to us? What will I do? I cannot answer. Why it was such a shocker. My only way of looking at it is if you receive the test paper, your purpose is to give the exam, whichever year it is. Open and read it like newspaper. And try to see if you can know question one is from geography or history. Okay, if it is from history, which topic in history? Just do that much, that one exercise. The first level of preparation for any serious aspirant is when looking at the question, they can say that, okay, this is from this subject area coming and this is the topic. If you lack that skill, how will you prepare? So the first and foremost thing in the wall, in your wall, study wall, has to be the syllabus paper. You cut the syllabus or take the printout of the syllabus from the notification and put it in front of you every day. Before you start your preparation, today's study, you have to just read the syllabus. Like many people read Hanuman Chalisa, like any prayer they do. In school, we start with a prayer. Similarly, here you have to start with the syllabus. Whatever happens, 24 into 7 in your brain, the syllabus should be always there. Because the moment you see any question, any newspaper, any hoarding, any article, anywhere, immediately you should be able to write, okay, this is from this syllabus, this is from this syllabus. Your observation power will increase. So that is one trick. Not trick. But I feel a serious aspirant has to be like this. Then, there are books which I see these books. The problem is the books are compilation of syllabus from the syllabus of what UPSC has given. So when you have the direct syllabus coming, why not? And also the micro syllabus. One micro syllabus compilation I also share. I will share with you the book for rapid revision. Apart from that, it is available in the market by GS Score and it is also available in pirated copy. That's nothing a big deal. Those syllabus are made from questions they have seen in the last 20, 30 years and put it. But the whole story of those syllabus is to give you a glimpse of when I give you a glimpse of what has to be read. Uh, just a second. Anyway, now the structure of the paper. I will not take much time of it. Again, just showing you the clarity that in prelims exam it is MCQ, multiple choice question, and in mains exam it is descriptive, and in personality it is about your personality trait, emotional intelligence, verbal clarity, etc. So in the prelim syllabus, usually the what is written in the paper in the exam is Indian polity and governance, economic and social development, history of India and Indian national movement, geography, physical, social, economic, environmental ecology and biodiversity, general science and technology, current affair, current events and national and international importance. So it is one, two, three, four, five, six, at least seven categories of GS. And in CSAT, they say cognitive skills at class 10th level, comprehension, logical reasoning and analytical ability, decision making and problem solving, basic numeracy and data interpretation, English language and comprehension. Now, this is like, uh, this is written over there, but you know that how the CSAT paper is coming. So it is only through practice that you will be able to clearly know and understand. In mains paper, this is the area. Uh, this is also summary actually. This is not the entire thing. I would rather share you not this, but this thing. Now let us see how things are common, how prelims and mains syllabus are connected. In polity, the constitution article, statutory bodies, provisions, and in mains, the governance issues, reform, debates, policy evaluation. We quote these constitution articles when we talk about the governance issues. We quote about the statutory bodies when we speak about the reforms. We talk about the various reforms, the various provisions, which is why policy is, executed. So we use the same data, same knowledge in explaining when it comes to mains. Similarly, in economy, we talk about definition terms, schemes, data points. But in mains, when they talk about tell me what are the critical challenges, what are the analysis, development challenges, we use the same economic parlance to show that it has economic orientation. नहीं समझ में आया तो forget it. Don't worry. I spoke about it. When we do it in practice, it's okay. Okay, I also agree. People who are attending it live or watching it recording, you may not understand of this 1 hour. You may not understand the 60 minutes. But assumption is that you will understand 6 minutes. Which 6 minute I don't know as per your attention span and things. The only purpose here I'm trying to take you through is today after this session, when tomorrow's email comes to you for studying, you actually start studying. You actually feel that, okay, there is a person, there is a mentor who is giving you alignment to prepare your self-study. That's it. Nothing else. There is no objective. How much proficiently we do today's weekly session doesn't matter. You don't have to learn. You have to just, this is very simple. If you have done it yourself, you will start feeling relating to it. If you have not done it and you will just think, oh my God, it's so hard. But after that, you will start checking your mobile phone itself. Some notification would have already come. Many people would have just put themselves on in Zoom and gone somewhere else. So I know all that thing. So that doesn't mean that I will stop in between. I will continue, but the only purpose over here is so that you stay motivated for whatever mail is coming tomorrow for you to continue. Similarly, coming back to this slide, when we have environment, we see questions coming from species, environmental laws, basic concept, and then in mains, we see they're talking about if any conference of parties COP has happened about climate, sustainable development, goals, SDG goals, international agreements. They speak about it. Copying the same thing in history, the facts, events, dates, and personalities are spoken or are asked as MCQ. And in mains, they talk about movement, ideologies, cause and effect relationship, where you quote these people, the facts and events and personalities, it is understood that you are aware about that particular event or knowledge and the reasonings around that. Similarly, in case of geography, There will be mapping questions, soil types or resource type, like that. And when it is to mains, the question will turn out to be what is the pattern of organization, urbanization, resource management, and regional development of a sector. And then you speak about, okay, in regional development, this is a water scarcity region, hence we have to build a dam to save water and things like that. And where in geography we will say this dam was built in Diwan of Mysore built the first dam in Karnataka, and similarly, like that, the historical facts of particular infrastructure or which is there across India. Now, these connections are something which happens once you are preparing it well. Many times when we say, when we prepare, always the logic is, so you read a concept, you find an example to uh, understand your concept. So when we talk about, or when we read about, uh, you know in geography, for example, the equator, how many countries does the equator pass? People use the internet to find it. Best would be you open the atlas book and see where the equator is passing, 0 degree. It will have a visual memory. Okay, it is passing through Africa. It is not passing through India or Sri Lanka. It is not even touching Singapore. Okay, it is passing through Indonesia, Java, like that. So once you see that through your eyes, your observational skills becomes high. Now, when you see the equator is passing through these places, that means the sun over there is direct. When the sun over there is direct, that means every day there will be no single season. There will be the same season throughout the country, throughout the year. No cold, no hot, island type region. It will always shower in the afternoon. Morning it will be sunny. Same water becomes vaporized. Evening it showers. Same cycle keeps on happening. The entire uh, 10 degree plus 10 degree minus is called equatorial region, and that is the geographical impact across the thing. So, what should be my strategy? Now that I'm aware about this syllabus a bit, I told you have to put up syllabus print out and put it in your front of your table. You should first and foremost do that after this session. I will give you all the details also. I will share you the notification. Then, uh, when you start studying that particular day's topic or practice paper, you have to first identify what topic, source, or PIQ, and which syllabus is coming, which topic is coming from which syllabus. Test paper analysis. Then, once you write all the syllabus in front of you, you should be able to know what you have practiced. It is called progress tracking. Now, I want to show you something. Just a second. In the meanwhile, if you have any doubt, anything that you are saying, sir, क्या बोल रहे हो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. If you have anything like that, also you may write it. I will not feel bad. At least I will feel that I am interacting with real students, aspirants. Because मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, मुझे इसलिए समझ में आ रहा है because I have gone through this. But if you have not gone through anything, that what will you understand? See, these are this is one of the, I said, syllabus mapping book. This is micro topics syllabus. Now, what we do when we study, after our study is done from any book, any source, anything, you will maintain this. Okay, I today I'm going to talk about ancient history. In ancient history, I'm going to learn prehistoric cultures in India. Okay, I have done periodization. It's like I have made notes, 100 words notes, source of prehistory. Stone Age. Now I can get this from internet, NCRT, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter which source. You are just checking whether you have been aware about this topic or not. Okay, 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 like that. So you created, okay, I did blue is for reading, orange is for practicing questions. Okay. I did question for this. Okay. I did question for this. Okay. I did some question. I could not find any question for Stone Age. I found for Chalcolithic, Iron Age, impact of iron, mains or prelims, whatever you found, you completed. Like that, if you keep on doing from today, you will realize that you know that what are the areas you have completed for prelims and mains. Like that, entire history is there, geography is there, uh, polity is there, parliament, composition. So this micro topic syllabus considers around 80 to 85% of the static topic. And we consider topics which are usually being asked as static topic and the current affairs around dynamic topic. Same static topic will become current affair if there is a news about it. Like I told about constitution, it is a static topic. But because we are celebrating 75 years, it is in news, hence it becomes a dynamic topic. Like that. I hope you get this, what I'm trying to say. I hope you got this on how we are doing the syllabus mapping. Any any challenge? One response will help me to move ahead.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, thank you. Can you see this is the UPSC notification? Yeah. Now I'll tell you few techniques. This is although I do not know your daily schedule, but I'll tell you how to do that. If you are finding it very difficult to stay consistent, it is a normal process. You will find it very difficult because you are actually fighting your own individual. Like you have to stop scrolling Instagram, YouTube shorts to get that 2 hours and put it over here. It is very easy to spend those 2 hours there rather than studying for 2 hours. You cannot study 2 hours. It is very difficult to sit for 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's very going to be very challenging. Until unless you are not enjoying the process, until unless somebody is not, I don't know how, what is your schooling background. But for example, in the school, if you had this mentality, not in college, in school, that teacher will teach it in the class, only then you will say it is completed. If teacher has not taught it in the class, you will say, no, sorry, sir, we did not study about it. Teacher did not complete. If that is what is your way of teaching has been, studying has been, then you need somebody to mentor you for कितना पढ़ाई किया, how much did you study, show me your notes, why have you not done this kind of approach. But this is not self-study approach. Okay, this is a very dictatorial approach. Self-study approach is in a day I can spare 2 hours. In 7 days I can spare 14 hours. I am whatever you're free, working, whatever. So 14 hours in a week is my goal. I should do 14 hours in a week. Now, when you start studying, you get so much enjoyed or involved in the study that in one day only you completed 6 hours. So next day, what will you do? Again 1 hour or 2 hour. Next day you will realize it is not the hour. It is actually how much I enjoy. 14 hours is the bare minimum. It is to get an ignite of passion. Once that is ignited, then let the learning come. Do not stop. Whatever it is learning, practicing. Learning is not just reading books, okay? It is also practicing. If you have studied only for 15 minutes about one topic, but you are practicing for 2 hours, then it is 2 hour and 15 minutes of learning. That is important. So you have to see that UPSC's various part like essay writing, like CSAT practicing, these are certain practice driven things. It is not one day, any books cannot teach you. You have to practice it. Number of questions. I consider that from if you give the exam in 2026, if you are going to give the exam in May 2026, so from fulfilling the form you will fill by February 3rd or 4th or 5th. From February 5th to May 24th, 2026, you should do 15,000 prelims question and 10,000 CSAT question. I can say that, I mean, not that same question 15,000 times. But if you are doing whatever I am trying to say, if you understand that variety of 15,000 questions, it is going to consolidate your preparation. It is guaranteed you will clear prelims. Guaranteed. But if you do smart act like what I said, same question 15,000 times, no, then nothing will happen. But I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. See, we're talking about constitution, fundamental right. Maximum, there are only 50 types of questions which can come from fundamental right. But those 50 questions have taken around 300 ways of coming. So if you do all the 350 questions, two times, 700 times, your fundamental right is fundamental to you. Now you know the topic. Now you know what kind of language UPSC uses to test your attention. Most of the time, UPSC in prelims tries to say whether your attention is there. When we are, when we are confident, like overconfident, we fail to see words like not, do not. We just start the sentence and assume, oh, यही पूछा होगा यार. They would have asked this only. And this is where the wrong comes. Your alertness matters. Any which way, why I'm saying the strategy forward here is you have to divide your week in how much you are going to, which is your practice day, what is your practice time, what is your learning time. If you wake up in the morning around 4:30, 5:30, it is very good to read something, analytical over there, like mathematics, physics, science, current affairs, like which has some analysis, analytic to it. Something which is very boring or something very, which is like theory or storytelling, you read it in the open, like when the sun is very active, so that even if you feel sleepy, you can go up, exude, energy, you can move out, drain out your energy and come back. And my only way of, I don't know whether you have seen any of my videos in the session. It is more of a storytelling kind of approach. So when you also read, you understand like that. So that should be this one has to individually create as per their own schedule. So I am going to share you all this thing, prelims tracker, my main syllabus sheet, and then a progress tracker is there as per your schedule. Once you do one-on-one scheduling and all, then you actually after 40-50 days of doing the single day plan, once you have done, you feel like I'm studying, then you do the. If you're not studying and just want to talk to me, and yeah, what is the purpose if I'm not able to motivate you to give exam? So these things come only after one-on-one sessions are there. Few of the thing which we have to focus is, I know, I mean, I don't want to name anything, but the, all of us are this, right now you are engaged here. You are also taking some other courses. That classes, this note, their famous note, that is note, this note, that note, everything. So what happens is we feel that, oh, 365 has not come from Vision, it has not released the updated edition, I will not do anything. Like that, your dependency on updated notes on this, that, that is their effort, man. I mean, everybody is reading that thing, but nothing, it is like that will create a lot of fog in your mind. Previous year question. PYQ means previous year's question. Somebody circulated, rounded PYQ neglect. So many people who do not give 3 years paper, prelims paper, and go to prelims exam, they have no chances of clearing prelims. I'm not saying zero chances, no chances. 3 साल का पेपर करके जाना ही है एग्जाम कंडीशन में. If you do that, then you have some chances. But if you want to clear prelims 100%, then I mentioned you 15,000 means 15,000 question for GS and 10,000 for CSAT. Not the same, repeat question नहीं, fundamental cross check करते रहे. Then your reading or revision notes. See, when you would have seen, I'm also sending you some summary notes. Objective is that you read it, then understand it and write in your own handwriting. अरे उसी को कॉपी कर दोगे तो क्या नोट है वो. इट इज जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट. यू डोंट हैव टू कॉपी पेस्ट. Whatever is your understanding. If you, when you're reading a book or a concept or a story, something hits you. Say your bachpan ka incident, your childhood, some story or incident hits you. Then that is the anchor. Put that as anchor. Okay, I remembered this while reading about this. Oh, they were talking about dam. I had gone to Mulla Periya Dam. So this is the dam. Whatever. You anchor that thing in your revision sheet. That is your personal sheet. That will help you to remember faster. Then you just copy paste some topper, some damn sheet. Same topic, same thing. Now, revision is the key to success. And I take a very good pride because my first initiative, which I did for UPSC aspirant, I called it I revise for IAS.com. I only realized people do not revise. They assume themselves as some computer. एक बार पढ़ेंगे सब याद रहेगा. याद रह सकता है. याद रह सकता है. But exam condition is such na, with the stress on the head and the pressure of performance and the responsibilities and the dreams, blank only comes out. Nothing comes out. So revision is very, very important. Why it is revision important. I want to also tell you a story of how the training in the army or defense forces happen. Now, I don't know whether if you've ever been an opportunity to see any of those defense movies or gone to any defense camps. Their training ground has one thing written that, more the sweat you you drop here, less the blood you drop in the war. I don't know if you have read it. जितना मेहनत उस ट्रेनिंग ग्राउंड में करोगे, पसीना बहाओगे, उतना कम खून आपका वॉर में होगा. It is written on those training grounds in defense areas. You can watch any defense movies. वहाँ पे a lot of time it is visible. Now in Fauj, the training is given. The moment you hear the gun sound, bullet sound, what do you have to do? You have to duck down, fall on the ground, and then crawl. That is the training. You hear the sound of the bullet, you duck down and crawl. Now, this training has been given time and again and again and again and again and again until unless it becomes a part of the body. So when you see in the crowd, you and a soldier is there in a normal civilian dress, everything. The moment the gunshot will happen, a normal person will panic, run, gun, bhago, bhago, all that they'll do. But a soldier will immediately, without anything, duck down and started taking control of the scenario by crawling towards whatever action they have to do. Because that is what they're trained for. So what is a natural action? Natural action is to create panic. But somebody who has done the training well takes the command of the situation. Same is with revision. If you are pakka with your revision, the moment you see the question, you take that moment to get the answers right. But a normal aspirant, the moment he sees the question, he or she sees the question, panic will run. I don't know, it is out of syllabus. I don't know from where it is coming. Last 20 question, I did not do anything. This attempt is gone. What will I tell to my parents? All this in exam hall. Imagine what after exam hall. And what happens in exam hall? The moment you come out of exam hall, you do not say that you had a bad exam. You keep quiet. It is between you only. While you know in heart and heart that you have done a bad exam. But you know that nobody knows the score. We'll wait till the result and see. And the result day, the moment the result comes, you have failed. Behavior comes as if that you have prepared so well that you failed. But heart in heart, you know that you did not prepare at all. Now, the day you start accepting that, you will be able to clear the exam and prepare well for it. Anyway, so people who are going to schedule their, you have to first put your date of, what date you are targeting. Your daily plan will anyways give you 15 in 50, all the details of one day daily activity to do. That is only 1 and 1.5 hour of your day. But you have to do your at least daily plan. Daily study plan should be more, 3 to 4 hours a day, like that something, according to your target here. And you see that you add on topics, enhance your topics, target your topics as per the syllabus micro sheet and things like that. And every end of the week, you try to see that you are able to track. You put it in the Excel sheet if you want to, you put it in a diary note if you want to, however you want to you do on your, as I mean, it is not for mentor to watch, it is for you to watch. But if you want to, like, if you're taking mentorship and all, this kind of process mentor will give you and they will track of it. That is the reason how they will come to know whether you prepared or not. If you prepared, then what level of prepare you did, how many questions you did, how many questions you went right and wrong, what is your fundamental understanding of the topic, where your confusion is happening. Many times people read from the same book multiple times, but they do not understand what exactly is happening. So they need a mentor section की नहीं समझ में आया, how did the solution happen, did not understand how did this concept happen.
Oh my.
And then comes your regular practice. In your daily plan you get a regular practice PYQ, not PYQ, revision MCQs. I need not say this, people who are getting it would have already known about it. People who are not getting it, please, I would like to say again that the everyday mail has a learning video, the summary note of the chapter, the chapter itself, and or the resource itself, and practice MCQs. Uh, okay, now this Elevate IS thing is I'm not showing this time that how do you do the thing. Uh, in your WhatsApp, I've already given the process how to enroll for the GSDL Foundation. I would only urge you to whenever you do study in your day, when you start your day of preparation, have this feeling that what is the purpose? Why am I studying now? Why am I spending so much time? What is the reason I'm not going to movie or not going to anybody's marriage or not doing what is the reason I'm stuck to this table? Find your purpose of the not the bigger purpose is IAS goal is fine. Why today? You find the purpose till daily purpose and see at the end of the day, end of the night when you sleep, whether you meet that purpose or not. Try to see how much you're over calculating or under calculating. Every day you have to, you're growing, you're no more a kid. You are going to take the responsibility of a nation. So, you have to be that worthy enough. So see that you prepare with your purpose. So yeah, these are certain a little bit more detail on the fact that number of questions that come in a prelims paper. It is all average, okay? This is not standard that you sets are this like this, but this came like this. No, no. This is average last 3, 4, 5 years paper. They turn around like that much. So rather than, I just want to take you through that. Not one topic is across everything. So the strategy is to read in current affair is from daily newspaper, monthly current affair compilation, PIB, Yojana, Kurukshetra. For foundation book, it is NCRT books, standard reference books. Focus more on conceptual clarity than just memorization. Revision of 5 years paper, regular mock test, timed mock test, revision of every no 2, 3 weeks. CSAT preparation, daily practice, daily practice. Uh, this is to scare you all, but I don't want to. Paper and paper subject details. Somebody had asked me in the chat to talk about in detail about papers. So the qualifying paper, there will be two qualifying paper. One is English paper qualifying, another is Indian language from 8th schedule. It can be any of the languages. They are not counted for your final marks. Then there is essay paper, which is 250 marks. There are two sections in it. Two essays you have to write. Then there are general studies paper. They are total four general studies paper. They are divided into paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. Then there is this optional paper. Morning shift is paper 1, morning 2 is paper 2. Only one optional, but two papers. So around total, these are the paper structure, and each one optional has their own syllabus as per notification. GS paper has their own syllabus as per notification. But because current affair is the heavily or discussed topic, why that question lands up over there? So GS has a technique to prepare. In Indian language, we have in 8th schedule Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. So any of this language you can take, whatever is your native language or whatever you feel comfortable at. In paper B, English, these are the things which is mentioned. Essay writing, Pressy writing, reading comprehensions, grammar and usage. In mains paper, the essay paper, two sections with 4 to 5 topics are given. Mostly alag nature of topics are, different natures like philosophical in nature, political in nature, science and tech in nature, like that. So you have to write one essay in either of the section. Around they say 1,000 words. You have got 3 hours time. Each mark of the essay is 125. You get marks out of 125. And usually the evaluation criteria is, how much you put the contextuality up to the topic you have chosen, your structure, your critical thinking, your originality, and then your flow of the essay language proficiency and balance perspective. So that becomes essay, and essay as I will be also sharing your detailed essay session. Okay. So the in question has come that what is the timing of the paper? So in I want to show. I can say from my mouth also, but let me show you just a second. So timing wise, when it comes to mains paper, the I hope you are able to watch my screen also. I hope. Yeah. So you can see that the essay paper is 250 marks and 3 hours. 250 marks, 3 hours. General Studies paper 4, 250 marks, 3 hours. General Studies paper 3, 250 marks, 3 hours. General Studies paper 2, 250 marks, 3 hours. General Studies paper 1, 250 marks, 3 hours. Compulsory language paper 300 marks, 3 hours. English compulsory 300 marks, 3 hours. Language paper 250 marks, 3 hours. 250 marks, 3 hours. And the optional paper 250 marks, 3 hours. Paper 2 also 250 marks, 3 hours. When it comes to prelims, the GS paper 200 marks, 2 hours. And CSAT paper, it is 200 marks and question number are 80, and it is 200 marks and 2 hours. CSAT also. So I think the clarity of marks and this thing is gone, yeah. Yeah, every day two shift, morning, forenoon and afternoon. So in fact, I also want to show you the see all the resource. I urge you, don't just go by any coaching institute's website which says this is the latest, like that. You yourself can go to UPSC website and check. So recently the uh, calendar for mains exam, which is going to happen from uh, 22nd August, has come. So you will see that forenoon session 9 a.m. to 12 noon and afternoon session 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Friday, essay paper happens in the morning, second half no paper. Then on Saturday, paper 2, that is GS paper 1, and second half GS paper 2. Then Sunday, paper 2, paper 3, and second half GS paper 4. Then there's a break for 5 days, and then the next weekend, another Saturday, English language paper from the 8th schedule, and English paper second half, compulsory. And Sunday, you have optional paper 1 and afternoon optional paper 2. And then chutti, exam over. So this is what is exam calendar, and this is almost fixed every year, year by year. But when we talk about exam and preparation strategy of after that is separate. On the first day of orientation, I don't think इतना आगे का सोचना चाहिए. पहले prelims clear करने का सोचना चाहिए. What do you say? Let's go brick by brick, step by step. So I'm trying to give you in detail. Essay paper हो गया. Then GS paper. This is the syllabus divided. Paper 1. See, if you see now, the way it is, you will see even the question paper has question number also like this. First one will be from architecture, second one from the religious, third one will be literature. Like they sometimes just 20 questions come from this kind of bits and bullets. Paper 2 is also like that. So it is dividing the syllabus into the parts. Similarly with economy and tech and security, which part science and technology, which becomes a part of paper 3. Paper 4, case studies ethics is something very, it's a case study driven. It is not factual driven thing. It is your own way of understanding things and applicative concepts. So this would require a special more of kind of writing practice and using quotation case studies to tell what you are understanding. What do you mean? So you have to practice differently from other paper. In optional papers, as of now, if you have not selected any optional, these are the optional of this thing. But the most way of looking how we choose optional is, you should have a genuine interest, and you see that your interest also matches with scoring potential. You know it, you like the subject very well, but you don't score means there's no point. And then you should always have a good study material, test paper, resources for you to practice also. So for that matter, you have to see, you choose that optional which provides you with this kind of facility. And usually that PSIR, history, geography, sociology, and psychology, PubAd, Anthro. These are some optional taken much easier. Mathematics, also one pure science, and physics. But all the humanity subjects are taken because many of their syllabus clash with the GSO. Now, on answer writing, I'll just give something very, because we have had a session on answer writing, and more of it comes only when you start writing answer. For you to understand today at the orientation level, the answer, if you understand the demand why this question has been put in the paper, then you will be able to crack that what is its requirement. If you are unable to understand that only, that what it is asking, then naturally you will not understand. You will only dump your knowledge. Whatever words you see, you understand, you dump the knowledge. That is definitely not a way to score marks. So it starts with a very structured approach on, IBC introduction, body, and conclusion pattern, understanding the question. Then being very relevant rather than writing a flowery language like Shakespearean English, writing small, small sentences, what you mean directly, that matters. With lot of examples or quotes to, kind of strengthen your answer. Data points, relevant data points, not your own cooked, but a relevant data point. And many times having some visual element, maybe maps, maybe some diagrammatic approach if it is there. If it is there in the core thing. Now, few things I don't want to scare you all, but let us also understand from the point of how does UPSC equalizes somebody who has taken history and somebody who has taken maths as one score. Why I'm saying this, because your optional many a times creates this thing. In mathematics, there is no one thing called as step marking. Either you have got the answer right or you have not got the answer. So the moment you've got the answer, for example, all the question you have completed, all the question you have answered, So you got 250 out of 250. But in subjects like sociology, nobody gets 250 out of 250. They will give some 180 out of 250. So what UPSC does, called as standardization or normalization of mark. So somebody who stopped the sociology at 180 is equal to somebody who has scored 250 or topped the mathematics. They put them into equal basket. Same number. So 180 of sociology and 250 of Mathematics, they are equal. Similarly, if there is any other harder subject whose 90 is the topper score, the 90 is equal to 180 of sociology and 250 of mathematics. They all put it in the same layer. So that ways, if the number of people who are giving this exam are less of the same option, and there is a difference of even 1 mark, the person who has scored 249 is the number 2. But in sociology, the person who has scored number 2 is not 179, but he is 150, a difference of 30 number. So now 249 is equal to 150. So when the equalization of marks happen, the second guy's mark shifts from 249 to directly to 140, 150. Now this is where the scoring creates problem, and we cannot do anything about it. Hence, many a times it is told, try to give or try to be with the popular option. Maximum number of people giving same subject, your score will be similar to what you are analyzing. Anyway, if you didn't understand anything of it, forget it. जब वक्त आएगा बताया जाएगा. This is about interview, and I think a little bit of approach is because it is a one to face the first time they are going to face the person who is written the answer sheets. Otherwise, they do not know who is the person writing the prelims, who is the person who is writing an answer sheet. In interview, only the secret is out that this roll number is equal to this boy or this girl. This is the first time it's going to happen. So they are going to check you across like a scanner. They will, how do will they check? They will check you through your mental alertness, how your brain runs, your balance of judgments, your leadership qualities, by the way you speak only, and your moral and intellectual integrity. And you, all of these things cannot happen through training. If you do a 20 days crash course of interview, do you think you will change? Everything will change. Nothing will change. It'll only how to sit, how to eat, how to stand, that will change, but not exactly the your own personality. So, few things to take away from today is identify the keywords in official syllabus, create topic-wise list and relevant subtopics, prioritize topics based on previous year questions, do the resource mapping, that is which question come from which book or which area, so that you know which book to study. Stay on time, practice on time, do timing based activity. And when it comes to preparation, practicing of prelims MCQ, I told you volumes have to be done, not just one, two question, but volumes, 15,000, like that kind of numbers. And every week, try to see that you're self assessing yourself through tests, revisions, and you're managing that you're doing it regularly. Nobody is going, you don't have, there's no one to check. It is a self study. So you have to create a discipline for itself. So this is something, it is not a one day affair. It is slowly, slowly builds up. It is just like good habits. It takes time. Bad habit, it won't take time. Immediately it will happen. But good habit, it takes time, practice, discipline. So with that, I end today's session. If you have any questions, please let me know. Put it in the chat. And people who are watching on the recording, if you have any questions further, you can WhatsApp me. With this, we end the stream of today. Good evening and best wishes for your preparation. Thank you.